Dylan Hughes, and this is the E46 build update. Chris and Ryan's cars are looking pretty good, but we're catching up. A lot of stuff has been going on since the last time you guys saw this thing, so let's check it out. So I was really stoked to go by Mackin last week and pick up our Advan racing wheels, but it's even better to see them on the car. This 5M120 bolt pattern bolts right on this BMW, which is really cool. So we got a couple of these babies. These things are super light, awesome color. I think it's gonna really pop with these wheels on here with the black paint scheme that we're going for. And wrapped in some Achilles 123S. I'm incredibly stoked to see how these feel. Nice and light with some sticky tires, good combo. There's a lot of shiny parts, which is cool. Still waiting on some stuff. These are our BC Racing ER Series coilovers. These are our spares for the car. We already have one set that are on there right now, and let's see what we got. So what's cool about these, what I really like, is that they have the reservoir is mounted to the side of the shock with a sweet little billet bracket that they make, so that when it steers, so like the whole shock rotates as you steer the car. So we're just gonna swap these top plates out for our Part Shop Max ones because we have to relocate the center of the shock for the Caster Trail Part Shop Max steering kit that we're running. But very excited to see how this feels on the BMW chassis. So something else that Part Shop Max was thinking for us is this is the compression arm lollipop mount. So what they are worried about is that these two bolts in the chassis weren't quite enough for the amount of grip that this Pro 1 car is going to be putting down. They made up this pretty sweet fabricated steel bracket that basically picks up an extra one of these stock bolt holes in the chassis. And honestly, it's just peace of mind just to make sure that this thing's not going to rip out of the chassis, because that would totally suck. One of the things that I like about the Part Shop Max steering kit is that they have these bump stops on here. So basically you can travel them in and out to adjust the amount of lock that you want. So you can just push that out until you like the amount of angle that you have and to make sure that it doesn't bind. So that's really cool, especially with a pro drift car. We're gonna be slapping this thing off the lock real hard, hopefully. Full lock.
Waffle fries!
So moving to the interior, I got our carbon Kevlar Pro Racer Spa Hans Recaro seats bolted into this thing. So these are nice and solid mounted, no sliders, no nothing, so it just fit perfect just for me to fit in here. I got an extra large passenger seat just so we can have a little bit bigger passengers, and we got the super skinny boy seat for me because I'm pretty skinny. Yeah, I made a pretty sweet little bracket for the Motec C127 display. So it just bolts right onto our Woodward steering column here, and I'm really happy with the way that it looks. When I sit in the car, I can see right through the steering wheel and have all the engine information, all the information in the car, make sure everything is happy underneath the hood. I mean, look at that thing, it's like a computer screen. The thing is huge, so when that thing starts flashing at me, I should be able to see it, no problem. When putting a dry sump on the motor of this car, we actually have to move the oil reservoir to the back of the car. So this is the actual oil tank where all the engine oil sits in. So this is mounted in the back of the car behind the bulkhead. So basically I made these sweet little aluminum brackets that I can hose clamp onto the side of this thing so I can mount this right to the back of the car. Nice and sweet, nice and light. This is gonna be right in front of the radiator, so as the air gets pulled across the radiator from our Mishimoto fans, it's gonna help cool this whole tank as well. So what we have here are the oil lines and the water lines for this competition car. So these are made by Finish Line Factory. We have these things front to back all the way through. Every single line on this car is made by them. So a huge shout out to them for stepping up this year. So this car is getting closer and closer every day. As you can see, we have the whole drivetrain in, ACT clutch is in, dry sump is in, steering rack is in, Part Shop Max arms are on, coilovers are on from BC Racing. I got the exhaust all fit up, really happy with how that turned out, all burned stainless steel. We got a drive shaft in there from Drive Shaft Shop. Only thing we're waiting for is some axles for right now, but those should be coming here pretty quick. But as you can see, quick change is all solid in there. We got the new Part Shop Max adjustable arms on here. As you can see, the BC Racing True coilover all the way back here. Finishing it off with the Winner's Performance quick change. So this thing should be pretty sweet. So hopefully our next build update is gonna be at the racetrack. So until next time.
Action. Okay. Cap off and pour. Action.
Oh, did you do the whole bottle? You're only supposed to do half. Shut up. Hey, I got you your Pokeball.
Here we go. Is the label out? Try to keep this up part like above your index finger. For a smoking deal on BlackOut, all-in-one fuel system cleaner and ethanol treatment. Was that pretty good? Was that pretty good?
awesome, dude. Look at this thing.
This is it. This is the most exciting shot you're gonna get all day.
We're at the BlackOut Garage and we just wrapped up with a shoot. We're working with all the new ITW products, Black Magic stuff, and now that that's all winding down, we're getting onto the Pro cars, finishing some stuff up. We just got some cool pieces from our buddy Steve down in San Diego, and we're relocating our throttle bodies out forward a little bit because they won't fit here anymore, because we actually got the motor to slide back 3 inches from last year. So big improvement, but that causes for some more custom parts. So getting that located, then we're gonna make the upper intercooler pipes, and we're pretty much done with plumbing. We're coming down to, what, 3 weeks to Long Beach, so it's clicking away, but you know, feeling pretty good. We're just finishing some stuff up, and then our motor's gonna come back from OCD Works here shortly, and then just swap all of these parts onto the new motor, fire it up. No water, no bucket, no problem. Rain-X waterless, power wash, and Raymond Punk.
Dominic and I have the new turbo on here. It's a Garrett G42 1200. We have the first one out of anybody, and we're gonna dyno it on Monday. It's supposed to spool faster and make more power and torque than the previous one we ran last season, so we're pumped on that and excited to see some results. So we're gonna button this thing up, and it's gonna be a long couple nights, but we'll be on the dyno soon.
These things are the true mystery. I don't know how these clip on. Now, as Larry Mac Reynolds would say, that don't make no sense. I'm gonna spin this on here several more times, pretend like I know what the f I'm doing. Here's this big ass nut. It's gonna go on there too. Oh, that was a roll of dice right there. That's scary. I still like to live on the edge.